Team, what a fucking day. We have just got back and I cannot wait to get into bed. In the next YouTube video is my race, and then I'm going to do a full debrief running you through how I got on, how it went. But for now, it's time to go to bed and yeah. Go, baby, come on. Calm and composed, let's work.
Let's go. Lock in that rhythm. Yeah, boy.
Beast mode, beast mode.
Good. Good. Come on. Come on, let's go.
Come on! Hey, shout out to Ben Fort-Winn from England. 1 out of 10.
May. Here he is. Let's go. May. Solid effort. Solid effort.
Rock zone.
I was just saying that rock zone definitely added on about 30 seconds every station. So that's why.
Welcome back to this vlog, and this is my race debrief. As you've seen, Hyrox Bordeaux, what an unbelievable experience. You've seen the race vlog itself, and now it's time to kind of debrief the race itself and yeah, go through kind of all of the stats, how I performed, how I felt it went, and everything else. And yeah, I guess we'll kick things off with kind of leading up to the race, as you've seen in the vlog, and kind of, you know, everything documented up until, you know, I competed. I felt amazing. You know, mentally I went into that in the best possible place, believing, you know, that sub 105 was going to happen, and I felt really good. You know, I felt strong, and that's despite all of the kind of, you know, inconsistency in the build-up. Like, you know, I was supposed to be hitting 7 sessions a week. I was probably getting 3 or 4. So, you know, every week it was always a case of, am I going to miss a strength session, or do I miss a run, or do I miss a Hyrox session? Like, there was always compromises made. So despite that, you know, I felt strong because every workout I was doing, you know, I was showing up with intensity. The build-up wasn't perfect by any means, but, you know, that's part of chaotic life, you know, running a business, having a young family, and finding a way to make it all work. So yeah, despite that, you know, I went into this race feeling 100% confident in my abilities. I felt strong, I felt good. Obviously, as you would have seen from the vlog before, like a week out, my hamstring went. That I'll talk about as well, because that propped up in the race. But even with that, like when it came to race day, I was like, I've got this, my body's right and ready, and we're going to absolutely smash it. So going into it felt amazing. So just kind of some stats to kick things off. So just on the Hyrox results website. So yeah, I managed to finish the Bordeaux 2025 Hyrox Open Men's in 1 hour, 10 minutes and 21 seconds. So I was 392nd. Out of 2,877 people. So I was in the top 12%, which is great. I was 103rd in my age category, which was obviously 30 to 34. So again, not bad, nearly top 100. So overall, you know, pretty decent. It is a good, respectable Hyrox time, but obviously not what I wanted. Yeah, an actual breakdown of it. So my running total was 33 minutes and 1 seconds. So I kind of wanted it to be around 30 to 32. So there or thereabouts, still not, again, where I needed it to be to achieve my goal, but it was a good effort. And again, I'll go through this. Workout total was 31 minutes, 59 seconds. Again, would have liked that to be nearer to that 30-minute mark. And then the rock zone was 5 minutes, 21 seconds. It was a massive rock zone. So I know there's a couple of minutes shaved off there just from that. So that's definitely a positive. But yeah, where do we start? So I guess before the race, like I was on early Saturday morning. But, you know, despite that, had a really good sleep, prepared well. On the way there, like I couldn't get a taxi because it was just so busy. But anyway, managed to get there a bit later than planned. But despite that, I was calm, I was cool. Then my clients came and I was just in the zone. I was so focused. It actually, you know, it didn't make me nervous or anything. It just made me more excited. And I was just like, yeah, let's do this. This is real. All the hard work, it's ready to pay off. And yeah, got a good warm up in. I fueled really well, like even throughout the race, like I felt really strong, really consistent. You know, our nutritionist, Adam, supplied our performance strategy, and honestly, I just felt great. Like the carb up went so well. We used the beetroot shots, which is something that we use, and it all just, that went perfectly. So getting to the start pen, and obviously the woman is, you know, talking in French and kind of explaining a few final things before we go into like the cage or whatever you want to call it, before we actually start. And I was just like, it's like feeling my nose. And it started bleeding. I was like, what is going on? Probably the blood pressure that's shot through the roof. But anyway, one of the ladies had had some tissues. I managed to like kind of like hold it like this while she was talking and then shove some up. Anyway, it was fine by the time we started. So luckily they call you in 20 minutes before. So that was a bit of drama, but it was all good. And then the race started. Now, when the race started, my mindset coming into this was I want to run well. You know, I want to run consistent. I want to feel light and fast. And obviously you don't want to go out too hot, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you get straight into that race pace. And I feel like the first lap was slightly bigger. So in my mind, I kind of was a little bit conservative, and I went right to the back of the pen just so I was out of the way of the carnage. But in doing that, I kind of felt quite trapped for the initial kind of half of the run. So I know that slowed me down initially. And even though, yeah, I wanted it to be a slower first run, yeah, I would have liked to probably go a bit faster, and I probably could have done. Probably played it a little bit too safe. So the first kilometre or the first lap was 4 minutes and 37 seconds. So obviously it was longer than a K, but still, you know, it would have been better to be, you know, a little bit lower. Could have easily shaved off 20 seconds there. But then the actual runs were solid. Like second run 3:52, third run 4 minutes, fourth run 3:58. 4:08 was the fifth run, which actually after burpees I was very proud of, because in the sim that I did it was way off. 4:02, 4:03, and it was just the last run that let me down. I did 4:26, but there is a reason for this and I'll explain. But other than that, like running is good. Like, yeah, a couple of seconds here, there and everywhere. So my average was 4:08. Get that nearer to 4 minutes and I'm in the perfect place that I need to be for a sub 105. So running is good. In terms of the stations, this was interesting. So kind of going into it, I knew not to go too hot, but literally when I arrived in the ski erg, which is the first station, like I was here and my clients were literally like there. So, you know, to try and keep calm and composed when like all of your clients are there shouting at you, it was pretty hard. But in the ski erg, I got into a really good rhythm. So I did that in 4:08, which I was really pleased with. It was like 3:50 on the ski erg, but then obviously the time is in and out of the actual station. So that was good. Then we got onto the sleds, and this is something that actually felt a lot harder. And I don't know if it was just because when I practiced the sleds, you know, at Pure Gym, it's half the size. So I don't know if it felt a bit daunting, the fact that it was longer, but the sled felt really heavy. Not like my legs weren't even screaming, you know, my breath was under control. It was more just, felt like it wasn't moving. Like it felt really hard to get the momentum going. So I did that in 2 minutes 44. So again, it's not bad. It's top 54% though. I know I can be better. You know, I've got big, strong legs and I should be feeling better in that. But then kind of going into the sled pull, this was really good. So top 18%, 3 minutes 44 seconds. I feel like I'm really strong with pulling. I really got into my rhythm and flow, you know, making sure our feet were behind the line, picked up, dropped it to the side. I just got into a really good rhythm. So felt strong on that. Burpees, 4:25, they actually went better than I thought. I tried to keep a consistent rhythm, you know, albeit I could have gone faster, but that is the one I was really fearful of because that spikes my heart rate like mad and just floors me. But actually, I felt so much better on it. So I was really proud of myself for that one. The row was good, 4 minutes 23. Kind of frustrating because, again, this was sub 4 minutes on the actual rower, but then getting in, putting your feet in, calling someone over, getting out, like that's what added on unnecessary time. But it's still not horrendous. So again, pretty decent effort there. Farmers carry 1 minute 46. Yeah, I can definitely get quicker on that. Yeah, I rested once, but you know, I can definitely do that unbroken. You know, the little bit more training and kind of work under fatigue. So again, that wasn't that bad. Now this is where I kind of really noticed like a dip in my performance, was when I got to the lunges. This was 5 minutes 6 seconds, and again, the lunges is something that like my quads blow up so quickly. So what I've been doing is I've been lunging, pausing at the top, lunging, pausing at the top, and I pretty much kept that going consistently throughout. So that's really positive. But then upon reflection and having spoke to Dan, who's one of the main guys that runs the Hyrox pathway that I'm on, the Reanne coaching, he was saying that every time you're pausing at the top, that's going to add on a second. So if we're doing 100 lunges, there's 100 seconds. And I was like, that makes so much sense. So I definitely played it too safe because I didn't want my legs to seize up. But in doing that, obviously I've lost a lot of time. When I actually felt like I finished the lunges, I was like, yeah, I've smashed these. But then I'm like, 5 minutes 6 is not good enough. So yeah, it's kind of, I need to practice, and I'm going to now, moving forward, lunging and then still doing that little step in between, but instead of pausing and going again, literally tap, go again. And obviously I need to work on building that strength endurance in the quads. And then yeah, wall balls were interesting. So 5 minutes, 43 seconds. When I timed myself doing 100 on my own, I managed to do it in like 3:40. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to smash the wall balls. And then like, it's just hard. You know, nothing can prepare you at the end of a big race, 100 wall balls, and as quick as you want to finish, it's like your body won't let you. But I think I did 30 unbroken, which I was happy with. And then it was literally just like 15s, 10s, just try to get through it. So definitely room for progression. And that last run could definitely improve. But basically what happened, once I'd finished the farmer's carry, my hamstring went. So the injury that I had kind of a week before Hyrox, it just went again. It's just like this pop and then just this like burning sensation and kind of like crampness in the bottom of my hamstring, almost like it's hard to kind of, you know, run properly. And I kind of felt that on the second to last run, but I kind of pushed through it. And it was only on the last run when I was trying to push, but I could just feel it tensing up more. And then I was like, I've got the wall balls. So I kind of just, yeah, lost my train of thought there and obviously, you know, lost a good 20, 30 seconds on the run. But yeah, we got through it and actually it's feeling fine. So maybe it was just because I pushed myself, I don't know. But like looking at my heart rate as well, actually, while I'm here, let me get that up on Strava. Yeah, looking at my heart rate throughout the race, and obviously, you know, we take kind of this data subjectively because obviously we don't know actually how accurate it is, etc. And obviously it's on a wrist or whatever. But in terms of, here we are, activities. In terms of my actual heart rate, like, yeah, it was in a good place, you know, 35. I was in basically zone 4 for half of it, you know, which is my threshold. So that's a really good place to be. Yeah, max heart rate of 197 and then kind of average heart rate of 174. So I can tell I pushed myself and I gave it my all. And when I kind of finished the race, like you would have probably seen on the video, you can see me kind of like celebrate. And I'm like, yeah, because it felt so good, the race. And I was like, I've literally run the whole thing. I've been as fast as I can. I've consistently done the stations. And then kind of when I saw the time, that's when I kind of put my hands on my head and dropped to the knees because I was just like, I didn't hit what I want. And I honestly felt like I ran a sub 105. But upon reflection, you know, the hamstring, the nosebleed, but also the rock zone that was so big. And actually what I've realised is I was just too cautious on the exercises. Felt like before I'd given so much to the stations that my runs really suffered. And I know running is 50% of it, it's a big part. So I kind of focused more on the running, was cautious on the stations, but then I've lost, you know, 3 minutes there probably, and then obviously the rock zone. So I know sub 105's there. I know that the Bordeaux race wasn't a reflection of my fitness, but also I was proud of myself. Like it's still a great time. And actually I realised that the purpose of Hyrox Bordeaux was more than just me, my personal goal. You know, it was for my clients, create that opportunity for them to compete, to prove to themselves that they can do something amazing, and like being there for them. So, you know, selfishly, it wasn't like just about me, it was more about them and that opportunity. And I kind of realised that now. So I'm not disheartened. I've got Glasgow in March, and then hopefully at the end of May, we're going to do Riga as well. So, you know, I've got a couple of races coming up, you know, over the next 6 months to really come back with a vengeance. And yeah, that sub 105 is absolutely mine. And I will eventually then go on to hit sub 60 minutes. I just know it. You know, I'm dedicated, I'm committed, and I will see it through until it happens. So this is a stepping stone. But look, that is the race debrief. Excited. I've learned a lot. You cannot buy experience. So much that I've learned from that race that I just cannot wait to put into practice. Glasgow, I am coming for you in March, and I'll make sure that I continue documenting my journey to that. And then, yeah, in the next vlog, you will see all of my clients absolutely smash it. I'm just putting that together now. So look out for part 3 of the Hyrox Bordeaux vlog. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Any questions, just fire them below in the comments. And yeah, stay tuned. The journey is far from over.